Have you ever thought about what you would do if your neighborhood was being evacuated all of a sudden due to hidden explosives being found in it? Well, that's exactly what happened in this quiet Utah community, and the reason behind it is freaking insane. Today, we're going to be talking about a real situation that just unfolded in West Bountiful, Utah, where an entire neighborhood had to be evacuated after explosives were discovered near their homes. And believe me, you are not going to believe how they found them. So, this just happened the other day on April 27th in the morning. Authorities issued a mandatory evacuation for everyone living within 2,000 feet of an area near 1100 West and 1400 North in Utah. Residents were told to only grab essentials like medication and things that they needed to live on and leave immediately from their homes. And with how quickly they were asking citizens to evacuate, that kind of gives you an idea of how serious the situation really was. Can you guys just imagine having a normal day? You wake up, you do your thing, you go to the bathroom, you're like going through your day, doing your normal day-to-day stuff, right? And then all of a sudden you're told to leave your house because there might be explosives nearby. Well, that's exactly what happened to everybody in this town. Officials even set up some temporary shelter for people that were displaced by this incident to have somewhere to go while everything was being handled here. The weird thing about this whole incident, though, is the police were never actually responding to a call about any kind of explosives in the first place. They were actually coming to respond to a domestic violence incident that had been reported to them. And while they were dealing with that situation, one of the people that were involved, a 51-year-old named Spencer Hughes, just kind of casually mentioned that his father actually had explosives on their property. Obviously, this caused them to react. It caused them to be very alarmed by the information they were just given. And what they actually found when looking into this was extremely disturbing and scary. It seems like the father of Spencer actually had a whole bunch of decades old dynamite stored right next to a 2,500-gallon diesel fuel tank. I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't sound like the most calculated placement of explosives to gasoline. I mean, that seems kind of like a nuts combo there. And obviously, with that combination alone, you're just asking for something terrible to happen. As it turns out, the decades old dynamite and the 2,500-gallon diesel fuel tank actually belonged to an 80-year-old man named Dwayne Raymond Hughes. He was immediately taken into custody on suspicion of a felony explosive possession charge, along with other charges like reckless endangerment. Meanwhile, his son too was also arrested for property damage after using an excavator to knock over a tree that ended up damaging structures on the property. And ironically, the accident is what led to everything being discovered. And ironically, that incident in itself was actually what led to everything being discovered. And after several hours, officials were able to safely remove all the explosives and the gasoline from the residence, and eventually everybody in the immediate area was finally given the all clear to return back to their homes. And to me, this whole situation raises a whole lot of questions like, why did he have that stuff? How did it go that long without being noticed? And also, where did he find that stuff? What would have happened if nobody called about the tree incident and these things remained covered up? And realistically, this whole incident could have turned out way worse than it did. And I'm glad that they did end up finding the stuff on that property. And I'm also glad that they were able to get everybody that was affected by this back into their homes safely. For this story today, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about everything we've talked about today. Let me know, does this kind of situation scare you? Have you heard of something like this in your immediate area? Do you worry that somebody in your town or around you, one of your neighbors, could be doing something like this at some point? I'm curious to know, honestly, and see what you guys have to say about it. Check out my other content. I work really hard on these videos that I make, and I will catch you guys in the next video that I put out.